Welcome everyone to Lennox Bennett channel. This is another prep curriculum based part 2. Alright, so I've already done this on part 1. If you have not watched part 1, you guys need to do so. And that is why it's so important for you guys to subscribe, turn on your notifications so you can get the video first. As I drop it, you can get the notification. Alright, I'm always doing work. Alright, so it's a which number is a prime factor of 50. So prime factor means it's a prime number that prime numbers that multiply to give you the product. So we can use this as 2 times 25. 2 is a prime number, so we split 25 now to 5 by 5. So it's the product of an composite number, but it's prime numbers that give you the product. Alright, so that would be 2. 2 is the only option that is there that makes sense. Alright, 10 is not a prime number, 25 is not a prime number, 1 is not a prime number. 21 says which pair of diagrams represent equivalent ratios? So equivalent ratio means when you break them down to its lowest term, you get the same answer. Alright, so let us break down this. So we have 4 to 16. Which number can go into 4 and 16 without a remainder? So we're going to break down the ratio to its lowest term. So to do that, we divide both of these by the same number. Alright, so you can do this by 6, by 8, and this by 4. It has to be the same number. So we're going to use 4 to divide both of them by 4. So it's going to be 4 and divide by 4. Hope you guys get the whole concept. So this gives you 1. 16 divided by 4 is 1. So this breakdown to its lowest terms is 1 to 4. For this one now, we're going to use 8. So you have to know your timetable. 8. So it's 1 to 3. And you continue just like that until you find the 1. 6. 6 into itself 1. 6 into 18 goes 3 times. Similarly, you can use 3 for this one. 3 into 3, 1. 3 into that, 5. So these are not equivalent, so we just continue. Next up, we have 3 to the 50. Again, 1 to 5. And this one would be 1 to 4. So these are not equivalent so far. So it should be the next one coming up. Or, yeah, this is the final one. Let's see if it works. So 6 into this goes 1. This into this goes 3. 8 into itself 1. 8 into this 3. So our answer would be D in this case. See the number that O1 class, do the right, just do the right thing, parents. Do the right thing. Make the call now. Alright, this one is a scale drawing. For you. It says which. Another small. The scale drawing of a floor of a plan is shown below. Use it to answer item 22. Alright, they say 1 square, which is one of this, is 1 meter square. Which of the following is a reasonable estimate of the area of the living room? So we are focused on the area of the living room. So to get the area now, what we do is basically count the number of squares it takes to cover it. So I'm going to draw one little line here. So I will literally go count them like this. Area is the number of squares it takes to cover. Could multiply, but we're just gonna do it this way. So you can see where I go by 7, right? Multiples of 7. So this is what 21, 28, 35. See, this is half, so 2 of them make 1, 36, 37, 38, 39. Basically, it's about 40. Let's see what the options have in store. So that would be 40. They did say an estimate, so it's not exact. So for that one, it would be 40. 23 says the rectangle below has a length 100 meters and width 50 meters. Use it to answer item 23. So our length is 100. This is 50. But we know about a rectangle. Somebody type that in the comment section. Alright, so the opposite sides are equal. So this side will be 50 meters and this side will be 100. Now perimeter means the total distance around. So it will be 1 plus 1, that's 200, so that's 300 meters. 24, which rectangle has a perimeter that is different from the others? So notice it says perimeter, so it's the total distance around. So what we do is find the perimeter for each. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this side would be 6 also. And then we have 1, 2, so this is 2. Alright, we don't have anything to compare it with here, so let's do. So we have 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this side is 5, this side is 5. Still don't know the answer yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this one, the perimeter is 12. For this one, it's 12 also. But for this one would be the answer. Because you have 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 4, 16. So the perimeter will be 16 for this one. So it would be A. And we could double check this one to see what the perimeter would be. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 and 4. 8. And then 8 plus 4, 12. So all of them work out to 12 except for number 1, which the perimeter would be 16. 25 says, which object is an example of a pyramid? I look like a piece of cheese. That would be that. All right. Marva saw the solid below, which is convinced that is a cube. She's convinced that it's a cube. Use it to answer item 26. Which statement about cube would you use to convince her that it's not a cube? Guys, I'm not so sure about that one here now. It says all the lengths of the same, all the edges of the same length. That is true about it. Each face is a square. That is also true. It has 8 vertices. The vertices is where the lines meet, which is right here. It is indeed 8 vertices, 4 on this and 4 on that. Opposite faces are parallel. My students and I decide that it would be B. Leave a comment on that, alright? I'm not so sure about that one. Alright, for 27, he said the figure below represents 4 white cubes that Anna glued together. She then painted the entire figure blue. Use the information to answer item 27. How many faces of the cubes were painted blue? Now, in total, we'd have each one of them have 6 faces, right? So it would be a total of 6 times 4. Each cube have 6 faces, so it's a total of 24. However, they did say that she glue on this. So here, 2 would not be glued, 4, 6. So it would be 24 minus 6 because these faces are glued together, so they will not. So the answer would be 18. Let's move on to 28. We are trying to reach 20, very 30 now, guys. A school me down across about communion now. Alright. Kim, read the following. Read the information in the box below. Please answer item 28. Kim is building a model of an actor drawn from matchstick and bubblegum. She uses the matchstick to represent the edges and the bubblegum bars to represent the vertices. Which statement is true about the number of matchstick and the number of bubblegums that she will need to build the model? Now for this one, you definitely have to know the shape, the 3-dimensional shape, right? So you say, which statement is true? A, the number of bubble gums will be half the number of matchstick. B, the number of bubble gum will be 2/3 the matchstick. The number of bubble gums will be the same number of the matchstick. The number of bubble gum will be 2 times the number of matchstick. And that would actually be A. But again, Google that and look at the actual figure. Alright? 29 says, read the conversation below, use it to answer item 29. Tony says, if the length of the sides of a quadrilateral are whole numbers, then the perimeter of the quadrilateral is always an even number because it has 4 sides. Marcus says, I disagree. Let me show you with one example. And for this one, it says, which quadrilateral could Marcus use to prove his claim? Now, if you use a rectangle, that would not be true. The kite, all 4 sides equal. This is a kite. This is a parallelogram, so it will be C. Alright? Because this side, this land side and this land side does not necessarily have to be the same measurement. Alright? Guys, there will be a part 3 because it's now 1 o'clock and a class are coming in. So big up on yourself, ensure you are subscribed, ensure you turn on your notification. So when I go live, your kids can come learn for free. Alright, let's move on to 30. This will be the final one for this segment, but I know it already. As part of her statistics project, Dacia is collecting the information on the number of lunches sold in her school's canteen daily. She represented the data she collected in the table below. Use it to answer item 30. So Monday 60, Tuesday 71, Wednesday 65, Thursday 57, and that. So it says which graph represent Dacian's findings as shown below. So let us check Monday. Well, this one is not 60. Monday is supposed to be 60, so we can eliminate A right away. Let's look at C. It is 60. Let's go to the next one. Look like 71. For the third one, 65. No. So we can eliminate C. So guys, do these 1, 1, 1. Alright? Let's use elimination first. This should be 60. This is incorrect. So it has to be D. So guys, ensure that you are subscribed. Ensure you turn on a notification. Look out for part 3. Alright? This is an expanded time out without. See you guys in another video.